morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The headlines first. Death toll from landslide in Sindhupalchok climbs to 11, 20 persons still missing in the incident. Coronavirus cases in Nepal extend to 54,000. Kathmandu alone reported nearly 500 new cases. House panel concludes government not doing enough to rescue stranded Nepalese, directs concerned authorities to rescue them from abroad. WHO reports record increase in global coronavirus cases, COVID-19 infections still rising in 58 countries. And Dominic Thiem defeats Alexander Zverev in US Open final, lifts his first Grand Slam title. And now the news in detail. The death toll from the landslide that occurred in Sindhupalchok yesterday has climbed to 11. Authorities yesterday recovered 2 more bodies from the incident site, informed the District Police Office, Sindhupalchok. 20 persons are still missing in the landslide that occurred in Barabise area of Sindhupalchok district yesterday afternoon. The landslide buried 10 houses at Bhirkharka of Barabise municipality and 7 at Nagpuje village. The deceased have been identified as 98-year-old Tashi Sherpa, 62-year-old Bhakti Maya Sherpa, 23-year-old Junu Bika, 24-year-old Sukalal Bika, 8-year-old Sandis Bika, 60-year-old Sarkini Newar and 65-year-old Dharlal Bika. Likewise, 60-year-old Hari Maya Newar, 42-year-old Gyani Maya Pradhan, 25-year-old Karna Bahadur Shrestha and 5-year-old Saraswati Bika also lost their lives in the landslide. The number of people infected with coronavirus in Nepal has reached 54,159. The disease has claimed 9 more lives in the country, taking the death toll to 345. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, 3 women and 6 men died of COVID-19 yesterday. 6 of the victims were from Kathmandu Valley, the ministry informed. Other fatal cases were from Morang, Sindhupalchok and Kaski. All of the victims except the one from Kaski were elderly people. The Health Ministry confirmed 483 new cases of coronavirus in Kathmandu, 81 in Bhaktapur and 33 in Lalitpur yesterday. The number of active cases of coronavirus in the country stands at 15,117. Most of the patients are undergoing treatment in various hospitals while some are kept in home isolation. So far, 38,697 persons have recovered from the disease in Nepal. The country is observing Children's Day by organizing various programs today. The government has prioritized the rights of children and committed to ensuring it. The Ministry of Women, Children and Senior Citizens is organizing various programs today in collaboration with various subordinate bodies. However, the government is not organizing any formal program this year due to coronavirus pandemic. Issuing a joint statement, President Bidya Devi Bhandari and Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli said that the government is committed to ensuring the rights of children as enshrined in the Constitution. The government is all set to launch child-friendly quarantine facilities today, considering the risk of infection among children. Nepal has been observing Children's Day on this day every year. The government of Nepal has endorsed the International Child Rights Resolution in September 14, 1990. The transport entrepreneurs have warned the government of operating long route vehicles from 17th of September if the government fails to make the decision.
Federation of Nepal National Transport Entrepreneurs has concluded that it will operate vehicles from 17th of September to help the people in the sector survive from hunger rather than coronavirus. The entrepreneurs have also informed that all preparations are being done to make sure that vehicles will be ready to operate from the said date. The Federation has complained that although the government has listed a transportation sector as one of the most affected from coronavirus, banks and financial institutions have given little to no benefit to them. The entrepreneurs had already submitted a memorandum to the government asking for the reopening of the transport sector on 17th of September. However, the Transport Management Department has said the preparation is underway to allow long route vehicles to operate only in places where the cases of coronavirus are under control. On the other hand, the labourers and vehicle operators have expressed their concern about dying not from coronavirus infection but from hunger. With the transport sector in complete halt since the last 6 months, the people associated with the sector, along with their families, have been struggling to make end meet.
This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Transparency International Nepal has alleged Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli of protecting rampant corruption in the country. According to the institution, although Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA) claims it has taken action against the corrupt, the big fish have escaped due to Prime Minister Oli's blessing disguised as protection. The organization has also questioned the credibility of CIAA, accusing the constitutional body of selective corruption control. CIAA has been penalizing petty culprits for extortion but turning a blind eye to big, powerful cases, the anti-corruption watchdog added. The organization has strongly condemned the CIAA's latest decision regarding Nepal Oil Corporation's land scam. Chairman of Transparency International, Khemraj Regmi, blamed the Prime Minister for CIAA's inability to control corruption. Prime Minister's public statement and conduct in Balwata land scam, security printing press purchasing conduct,
तुरुन्ती फलाना दिएर अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ सामग्रीहरू झिकाउनुस् भनेर भन्ने उपप्रधानमन्त्री समेतको कुनै संलग्नता छैन, उनीहरूले बदमासी गरेका छन् भनेर उहाँले कसरी भन्नु सक्नुभयो? प्रधानमन्त्रीले उहाँ त अख्तियार त होइन, उहाँ त न्यायाधीश त होइन। त्यसो हुँदाखेरि सम्माननीय प्रधानमन्त्रीजीको के भयो भने बोलाइ र गराइमा चाहिँ एक रूपता देखिएन।
Including Omni scam proves Prime Minister's involvement and protection of corrupts, Chairman Regmi added. Chairman Regmi expressed his concerns over CIAA losing its purpose and identity in future if the constitutional body fails to meet its purpose. Big cases such as NOC land scam, aircraft purchase scam, leasing of Nepal Trust's land to Yeti Company, Omni Group's fiddling in the purchase of health equipments, and the then Communication Minister's audio leak scandal in security printing press purchase should all be promptly investigated by the CIAA instead of delaying them on purpose, Chairman Regmi added. The Parliamentary Committee has reached a conclusion that the government's effort in rescuing stranded Nepali nationals has not been effective. The Parliament's Industry, Commerce and Labour Consumer Welfare Committee has directed the Labour, Employment and Social Security Ministry and Foreign Ministry to bring back all the stranded Nepali nationals in foreign lands within 1 month to Nepal. The committee has also concluded that the government's efforts in rescuing the Nepali nationals has also fallen short. Minister for Labour, Employment and Social Security Rameshwar Yadav informed that homeworks are being done to bring back all stranded Nepali nationals within a month's time. He also informed that preparations are being made to increase the number of rescue flights from this month. Foreign Employment Welfare Trust will also manage the cost for those stranded nationals who can't afford to come back to Nepal on their own. Minister Yadav also added that although the government has distributed millions of rupees in relief packages, lack of data has created problems in identifying the sectors that need the most attention. The committee has also instructed the ministry to prioritize the airlines that claim to bring back these people as soon as possible rather than waiting for competitive pricing from other airlines. And now the news from the economic front. Most of the grocery stores in Kathmandu Valley have been caught selling food items way past its expiration date. Regular monitoring carried out by Kathmandu Metropolitan's Consumer Welfare Protection Committee at Chabahel area discovered that many grocery stores have been selling food items past its expiry date. Upon inspection, the Consumer Committee found that expired food and regular food items were not even stored properly. Particularly, those shops in Chabahel and Gausala were found selling such expired goods to consumers. Most of the shops have also skipped price labels of the goods. Consumer awareness regarding purchase of expired goods has also been a concern as most consumers do not check the date, the committee added. The committee's team inspected Joy Bageshwari Store, Joy Bhole Traders Mitra Park, Majin Store Savaria Wholesale Mart, among others. The committee has directed such stores to be present at Department of Agriculture with required documents within 3 days. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. The World Health Organization reported a record single-day increase in global coronavirus cases yesterday, with the total rising by 307,930 in 24 hours. According to WHO, the biggest increase were from India, the United States and Brazil. Reuters reported that the deaths rose by 5,537 to a total of 917,417. India reported 94,372 new cases, followed by the United States with 45,523 new infections and Brazil with 43,718. The previous WHO record for new cases was 306,857 on September the 6th. India leads the world in new cases reported each day and set a global record last week with 97,570 cases reported in a single day, according to Reuters. Total cases in India exceeded 4.75 million. Only the United States has recorded more cases at 6.5 million. COVID-19 infections are still rising in 58 countries, including surges in Argentina, Indonesia, Morocco, Spain and Ukraine, according to a Reuters analysis. Nearly all the dozens of people reported missing after a devastating blaze in southern Oregon have been accounted for, authorities said over the weekend. According to AP, crews battled wildfires that have killed at least 33 from California to Washington state. The flames up and down the west coast have destroyed neighborhoods, leaving nothing but charred rubble and burned out cars. It has forced tens of thousands of people to flee and cast a shroud of smoke that has given Seattle, San Francisco and Portland, Oregon, some of the worst air quality in the world. The smoke filled the air with an acrid metallic smell like pennies and spread to nearby states. While making it difficult to breathe, it helped firefighters by blocking the sun and turning the weather cooler as they tried to get a handle on the blazes, which were showing in some places. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Austria's Dominic Thiem clinched his first Grand Slam title after a gritty fight back from 2 sets down, stunned Alexander Zverev in the US Open final. Second seed Tim, 27, had lost his previous 3 major finals and looked destined for another defeat as 23-year-old Zverev took the first 2 sets 2-6, 4-6. However, with mistakes made in the key moments in the third set, Zverev, who was playing his first ever majors final, allowed Thiem back into the game. Thiem took the next 2 sets 6-4, 6-3 and leveled the match at 2 sets each. Thiem then pushed the final set into tie break, where he took his 3rd championship point when Zverev pulled a backhand wide, leaving the Austrian flat on his back in celebration. Thiem is the first player to claim a Grand Slam title from 2 sets down since Gaston Gaudio at the French Open. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Death toll from landslides in Sindhupalchok climbs to 11, 20 persons still missing in the incident. Coronavirus cases in Nepal exceed 54,000. Kathmandu alone reported nearly 500 new cases. House panel concludes government not doing enough to rescue stranded Nepalese, directs concerned authorities to rescue them from abroad. WHO reports record increase in global coronavirus cases. COVID-19 infections are still rising in 58 countries. And Dominic Thiem defeats Alexander Zverev in US Open final, lifts his first Grand Slam title. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.